começar. Hi guys, starting this live with this song that is connecting me so much with the heart lately. It's this song from Alexi Murdoch.
May the grace of God be with you always in your heart. May you know the truth inside you from the start. May you find the strength to know you are right. Part of something beautiful. May the grace of God be with you always in your heart. May you know the truth inside you from the start. May you find the strength to know you are right. Part of something
Welcome
beautiful.
Everybody.
May the grace of God be with you always
We're
in your
listening
heart.
to this beautiful song from Alexi Murdoch called Something Beautiful.
Part of something beautiful. May the grace of God be with you always in your heart.
Welcome everybody in.
From the start, may you find the strength to know you are a part of something beautiful.
So, welcome everybody to this beautiful moment today here at Cerca Sassandra. My name is Shirayam, and I am here today to talk about the peace of I don't know. Welcome everybody that is walking in here. I brought this song because it has everything to do with what we're going to speak about today, what we're going to talk about today. It's a song that is walking with me for this last 2 weeks. I heard it in a class with Byron Katie, this enlightened woman for me, that talks about this theme that we're going to talk today. The first time I heard this phrase, and I understood this concept of the peace of I don't know, it was from her, from the author Byron Katie. And that's what I wanted to bring to you today. A lot of times our mind in our daily basis, it's suffering because it wants to be right, and it wants to know the future, and it wants to have all the answers, and it wants to keep control, and it wants to be always winning and never losing, and it wants to be so attached to pleasures and wants to avoid suffering. And when we walk through life wanting to know all the time how to control and have the perfect answers and avoid suffering and craving for pleasure at all times, we're going to walk in a very unbalanced mind, in a very unbalanced life, and in a very unhealthy inner world and inner dialogue. And we're going to attract heavy, tense emotions. And we're going to act from that belief. We're going to act from that desire of control. And we're going to have results that is going to be against our expectations. So see how you can identify yourself with this. You know, we all are living a different moment in this planet, and maybe you have this thought sometimes, what's going to happen in the future? How is it going to be? How can I know this answer so I can act from now like I want to be part of it? And how is the economy going to be? How is it going to be to travel? How is it going to be for us to go back to Casa Sandra, enjoy this beautiful island in Holbox? How is it going to be for my family? And what kind of world my kids will grow up? And how do I make more money? And how do I avoid 100%? And I'm so secure to not have any disease in my life. And how do I make sure that I'm happy forever? And so it's all this thinking and this desire for control. And when the mind is like that, asking these questions that we have no control, we're gonna go into a lot of stress and anxiety, and we're gonna feel tense, and we're gonna feel unprotected, and we're gonna feel not cared for. We're gonna feel beyond vulnerable. We're gonna feel exposed, and we're gonna feel fear. We're gonna feed into a lot of fear. So when we open ourselves, even if it's for a brief moment, you know, that I would love you to experience right now. If we open ourselves to perceive, to experience, and to notice that we don't have those answers, and it's okay to not have those answers, you know. When we want to control, we want to be in what Byron Katie calls the I know mind. I know what's going to happen. I know what is best for you. I know what is best for me. I know what is best for my country. Who needs a president when I have you that knows it all? Who needs God when I have you that knows it all? So the I know mind is the kind of mind that is just tagging and wanting it to fit the world, the reality, to fit in your perception of what you think will be good for yourself and for the world. So when we want reality to fit in our perception, in our desire, in our design of how the world is going to be, well, we go into immense suffering, because a lot of times it doesn't coincide and it doesn't fit with our expectations. So how can we feel peace? How can we experience this don't know mind? So try to when you ask those questions, when the ego, when this part of us that wants to control so much, and the inner dialogue is going, what's going to happen? Or you are with friends, you are with friends in a conversation, it's so common, maybe on Zoom or maybe on the phone, and then we are all supposing what's going to happen. Oh, guys, I think this is going to collapse. So I think we should go this way, or I think this is not going to be possible anymore ever. Maybe we're going to wear masks forever, and maybe it's going to be another wave of the pandemic thing, and we are all like talking, and when you realize you're like half an hour or an hour talking about all these incredible negative possibilities, and there is no focus on solution. Everybody's tense on the conversation. We wasted an amazing moment to talk to our friends, wondering about the future and throwing out ideas that we have no idea, no control. So suddenly, if you say, your friends say, what do you think the economy is going to be? And we look inside, and the truth is, we don't know. There are a lot of experts that they're doing all these projections, but they also had those projections before the virus came. And I lived 14 years in Florida, in Miami, and we always have a lot of projections about the future, how everything will be before the hurricanes came. And I lived in Chile for 4 years, in Chile, South America. And we always have this agenda of how everything will be perfect and everything will be scheduled and everything will walk according to schedule. And then the earthquakes came. So it is so much truer. It's so much more real. When people ask, what do you think is going to be the economy? Oh, there are so many ideas out there. They are saying this and that. But the truth is, I don't know. I don't know. How do you think it's going to be another wave of the disease and the virus? I don't know. Instead of putting all your energy into try to answer those questions that we really don't know, you just relax and sit down with the I don't know as an answer to yourself and to the world, especially to yourself. If you're not the mayor of a town that you need to provide plans for the citizens, if you're not the president of a country, you can give yourself a gift to say to yourself and to the world, I don't know. What are you going to do now? Your profession is changing, and maybe go, right now, I don't know. I'll meditate about it. I'll do some research. I'll study, but reality is I don't know. And then it's something on us when we go into the I don't know mind. What's going to happen tomorrow? I don't know. Yeah, I notice I don't know. Do you feel that? This weight just drops off, and it's just the reality, and it's just the truth that we don't know. But when we hold into the knowing, when we grasp into the knowing, when we want to try to control reality and the future, and to make plans and to move the chess game because we want to have the certainty, especially with a lot of tension and a lot of anxiety, then we're gonna lose all the time. And there is one thing, the peace of the I don't know and the war of the I know it's going to happen. I know this is not going to work. I know it. Check with yourself inside what brings you more peace. and go into the future with a curiosity. Go to see the possibilities and the different ideas with a curiosity, to nurture yourself with information, to put all this information on the table for you to see what's happening in the world, knowing that even though with all that information, you just don't know. We just don't know. And that is the truth. So when we rest in that truth, there is something in ourselves that opens. Because you realize that since the day that you were born, you did not know what was coming in your life. If you look back in your life and you saw all the big obstacles and the big achievements and the beautiful surprises and so many things that happen in our life, good and challenging, that we were not expecting and we didn't see it coming and we did not know, and here we are. We are all survivors of that. We are all enjoyers of that. So when we look back in our lives and we see that we always walk through the I don't know, and then we are here today, and when you repeat to yourself, I don't know what's going to happen, I don't know what's coming, there is something on us that opens. And we feel open and curious to see what's coming. Like an spectator watching a show. What's coming today? Today sunny. Today cloudy. Today I'm hungry. Today I'm cooking. You know, a friend asks, oh, you're going to do yoga tomorrow? I don't know. So many days in the morning I say, I'm going to do yoga today. And at the end of the day, I didn't do it. And all this voice saying you should do yoga and you should practice and you should do this and you're less of a person and if you don't do what you think you should have, and what's going to happen as a consequence is that you're not congruent and you're not worthy, and then, oh my God, I just did not exercise today. So when we go into the I don't know, our heart opens and we start feeling truly this stillness. And out of that stillness, things come up, ideas come up. It's not out of the necessity of knowing or the starvation of information, of certainty or fear, but something comes up out of the stillness and the openness to see what life is bringing to us right now. Just losing all the control, letting go all the ropes we are holding on, and just feeling this sense of inner security that you have the structure inside of yourself to handle what comes in life alone or with your circle of support. Your circle of support that we spoke about it in other lives I gave here at Ser Casa Sandra. This circle of support of your therapist, your husband, your wife, your parents, your brothers, your sisters, your financial advisor, your friends. So all this support that we have to just relax and go inside and make the decisions with information, with your inner stillness and with your heart open to experience that even though you make a plan, you make a decision, you are open to know that maybe it's not going to happen the way you want it. Just like so many things in life didn't happen the way you want it. And look where you are right now, right here, listening to me, looking into my eyes and feeling this very moment, right? So take a deep breath right now and just feel I don't know. Just the peace of I don't know. Just take a deep breath and look into it. And when we open to that, we will make plans for the future, but we'll make plans for the future lighter, feeling lighter, connected to our soul, and presenting this plan to life. Not required that life obeys what I want to happen the way I want it to happen, but presenting my wishes to life, presenting my plan to life, presenting what's coming from my heart, not from fear and scarcity, but from presence and stillness, my piece of art. Oh, I had this feeling inside my heart that I would love to create this project because I feel connected to this project, and it could bring abundance, it could bring connections, it could bring happiness, it could bring service to the community, and I want to offer that to the world. I want to offer, looks like that it's not available to do present. It's not available to do close to people. Oh, life is showing me that I should go digital on this. How can I do digital on this? Life is showing us where do we have to go. Oh, right now it's not this way. Oh, so instead of, oh my God, I planned, I wanted to be this way and it's not this way right now, and this is, I don't agree with the way it is presenting. I want to go against reality and I want to fight because I want my way. But the peace of I don't know, it opens you to stillness, and out of stillness observe what is available. What is available today? And then you switch your energy from the I need to know to what is available today for me to act through. What is available today for me to work? What is available for me to create, to connect, to send my message to the world, to feel more nurtured? What is available for me today to calm down my mind? What is available for me today to practice to lower my anxiety level? What is available for me today to feel more in peace? Oh, it's about letting go. Oh, it's about knowing that my ego is not in control all the time. And it's about knowing there is something bigger than me, and this something bigger than me is much wiser. It has a deeper love and understanding, and is moving the world and shaping my life and the life of thousands of people. And you gotta notice where life is taking us. And with that open heart, do all the plans you want. Let's do all the plans we want and put dates on it and intentions and invite people and connect. Let's just not, if it doesn't happen our way, do not waste our time in complaining and raging, and just keep that question alive. What is available to me right now? How can I do in a different way this moment? And because, this way is not working anymore. I don't know how to function this way, but what's gonna happen tomorrow, I don't know, but I'm gonna do my plans out of my heart. And then also, when I wanted to diversify and play with life and go with the flow of life, I will not do only one plan, right? I'm so creative. We are so creative. We can use our creativity. We can do plan A. If this doesn't work, I'm going to do a plan B. Because if I cannot do this way, it's not available to me right now, I'm going to do this plan B and this plan C. And I don't know what's going to happen, but I'm just going to put these cards on the table so I feel prepared and structured if, these other situations happen. And again, I need stillness to go into that place. I need to calm my mind and my heart and let go of the attachment to certainty, and hold and embrace deep trust in life. Deep trust in life will bring us the awareness to be attentive to the next step available at the moment. Maybe you don't know what you're going to do next year, but there are questions that you can answer, and those questions are, what do I know? What do I really know that I can act right now? There are many things that I don't know. I don't know about the economy. I don't know about if you're going to be able to do that trip in 3 more months. I don't know about how the kids are going to react. I don't know how we're going to heal. I don't know. But what do I really know? And start asking ourselves, start asking yourself, and I start asking myself, what do we do know? We do know we need to do self-care every day. We do know we need to connect with stillness every day. We do know that we can value beauty around us. We can connect with generosity. We can feel kindness. We can be kind to other people. We can be kind to ourselves. We can nurture our body with healthy food. We can meditate. We can sit in family and recall all the most amazing, beautiful moments that we ever lived. We can open a white page and create a whole bunch of new stuff. We can exercise. We can laugh. We can hug the person that is with us. We can ask for forgiveness. We can forgive ourselves. We can take therapy online. We can work in our deep resentments that are under the carpet for so long. There is so many things that we do know that we can do, and it's available for us to do right now. And then mind cannot be in two places at the same time. So when I'm worrying and I'm stressing and I'm what's the word for this? The future, wanting to be certain, so certain of how life has to be, and push God's will into our personal agenda, we lose the opportunity to occupy our mind, our heart, and our intentions to the things that we do know. But sometimes we are a little bit lazy to do the things that we do know we can do. We are afraid, we are shy. So instead of focusing what we do know that we can do, we start to, oh my God, I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know how it's going to be. I don't know how it's going to work. Yes, it's so much more comfortable for our ego to go into worrying about the things that we have no control and require unreal answers at this moment of things that are so unknown, instead of doing the work in the things that we do know. And when we are in stillness, connected with the things that we do know that are available for us to act right now, there is something that happens. We go into the flow of life. When we connect to the things that we do know, and we act from it, and we put our energy on it, and our efforts and our presence, we walk again, we dive again, we swim again in the flow of life. And swimming in the flow of life is going with the current where life is taking you. And you know, when this river opens and there is many options, and you know in your heart what do you want and what is your heart's desire, then when this river opens and you have options, you are clear where you want to go. You're clear what you want to do. You haven't written down, you specify clearly, because sometimes you don't know what's going to happen and when it's going to happen, but that cannot stop you to draw your dream map and to put that, all your dreams and the things that you want to achieve, to live, to experience, to love, to feel. In case it comes, the options for you to choose, you're clear about what you want, and then you know what to choose. So those are the things that you can do, and takes your mind from the attachment, is the word I was looking for the attachment of the I do need to know, into the let me put what I would love to happen, plan A, B, and C, and let it swim with the flow of the river called life. And let me focus my energy in the things that I do know, that I can do right now, that I can feel right now, that I can clean right now, that I can detox from right now, that I can organize right now, that I can get inspired from right now, that I can connect with right now. Because we all have an infinite list of things that we do know. And when we connect with those and we put those into action, we open all these doors that will gently guiding us to the next step in life. You do one step, the universe does another step for you. You do another step, life does another step for you. But if you're just worrying and blocking the energy of flowing, you're blocking the energy of manifestation, you're blocking the energy of connection to what is sacred, you're blocking the energy of abundance, you're blocking your creativity, grasping to certainty, grasping to its unreal, then I guess you're not gonna go there anymore. You can use your intelligence to choose better options, to where you want to connect your mind, your heart, and your soul. And yesterday I was listening to a video from Morgan Freeman, and he was saying that one day he was with Nelson Mandela, and Nelson Mandela said that what counts in life is not the mere fact that we have lived it. What counts in life, it's not the mere fact that we have lived it. It is the difference we made to the life of others. It is the difference we made to the life of others. So in the peace of the I don't know, I can just sit with that, relax every muscle of my body, connect with my breathing, anchoring and rooting into this ground of stillness, of presence, observing the thoughts passing by, the thoughts requiring certainty, the thoughts creating a negative future, the thoughts creating scarcity and fear. And you just keep focusing in your breathing. Just very gentle, bringing your attention back to the breathing, bringing your attention back to your heart. And from that place, you can vibrate, these wishes and desires that come from your heart, and then include your awareness into another things that you can focus that energy of grasping for certainty, which is, what can I do today when I'm out of this stress of trying to control, also to support others? Right now you are right there, and there is so many people thinking what they can do to support you. Right now, you're so worried about the future. There's so many people doing all kinds of meetings to make your life easier. There's people making decisions about laws and philanthropy and events to cool off your head, and musicians composing new songs to touch our hearts, just like the one I put in the beginning of this live. There's people creating healthy recipes for you to eat and be healthier. There's people creating environments, digital environments, adapting the world so you can have an experience and grow. There's people thinking about family and all the transition that is happening. And I want to share a beautiful thing I heard yesterday. A beautiful thing. I was talking to my cousin. She's a doctor, and she's a pediatric cardiologist in São Paulo in Brazil, and she was telling me how the children, the pediatric area of the hospital was almost nearly empty, and how it's being now studied how children are at home and they're much healthier. Everybody's astonished how the hospital for kids are 85% emptier than before. And mind wanting to control so much, and when are the kids going back to school, and I want this to happen. And then life is unfolding, showing us something that we had no idea. New things that are happening in nature, all this wilderness, walking on the streets that we saw in the lockdowns. I saw for the first time a monkey swimming in a swimming pool. Like, who knew a monkey could swim in a swimming pool? But amazing things can happen when we don't try to control. Because if life will happen as we want, our way is so limited. It's so limited. Our creativity, it's so attached to our fears. Our creativity is so attached to all the conditioned mind and all the wounds that we have not healed, and the perception of life so squared, that when we open to the I don't know, it's just connect to that moment when we were little girls and little boys, and we went to the circus. And then, or when we go as an adults nowadays, and we go to a Cirque du Soleil show, and you sit there and you have no idea about what's going to happen, and a person is on your side and say to you, what's going to happen? And you say, I don't know, and you're so excited and so open to see the show unfolding. Well, just so happens that our life now, it's a Cirque du Soleil. It's always like that. It's this amazing show. Maybe it's a clown that's going to throw water at us. Maybe you don't like the water. You don't like being wet in a show, but that's life. But the attitude that we have, it's unfolding. Wow, today there is this suspense in life. Today there is people getting sick. There's people in lockdown, and you were open, receiving it. Okay, so life is guiding me to go inside my home right now. Wow, life is guiding me to redesign my profession. Life is guiding me to take care of my finances in a different way. Or life is guiding me to connect more with my parents and my grandparents online. And a whole bunch of us is giving much more attention to the elders right now at this moment. And you see, we could not control that. We could not predict that. And so when your mind starts worrying about, oh, they're gonna obey us, and the vaccine is gonna be mandatory, and vaccine is good, and vaccine is bad, and it's gonna control, and oh my God, I don't know. 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 And just like these bells, right, Rakasa? Las campanas, ¿por qué doblan las campanas? We just don't know. We just don't know. And just to have this open heart, just to have this open heart, to allow life present to us as this big show unfolding a little bit every day. And instead of we wanting to control, we go there so innocent with all our expectations and get ready to life show us something much bigger than what we expected, and much wiser and much stronger and much deeper than what we are expecting, because life will always give us something bigger than what we draw in our boards. That doesn't mean we don't draw our dream boards, but we also are open to life find its own way to give us what we want in the time that it shows that we are, ready to receive it. And then boys and girls, brothers and sisters, community, society, friends, unknown people that are watching me right now. And then all this perception requires us to develop the muscle of stillness, the muscle of self-awareness, the muscle of self-care, the habit of being in contact every day with something that nurtures our soul, that nurtures our emotional intelligence, that nurtures healing our wounds, that nurtures this inner stillness and this inner security of surrendering to life. The peace of I don't know. The peace of I don't know. And then I brought a book for you guys of a little thing. It's a book from Thich Nhat Hanh, How to Fight. And he says something about stillness that I would love to share with you. And it says, when we observe or listen to other people, we often don't see them clearly or really hear what they are saying. We see and hear our projections and prejudice instead. Same thing to life. We have wrong perceptions about others and life, which color what we see and hear. Even if friends gives us a compliment, we find it difficult to receive their kind words. Most of the time, our mind, thoughts, and feelings aren't calm. They are like the water in a muddy lake, which cannot reflect the sky because it's being churned up by a storm. If we are not calm, we cannot listen deeply and understand. But when our mind is calm, we can see reality more clearly. Like still water reflecting the trees, the clouds, and the blue sky. Stillness is the foundation of understanding and insight. Stillness is the foundation of understanding and insight. Stillness is strength. From Thich Nhat Hanh, amazing Zen master. So what is it talking about? Stillness is this number one requirement for us to feel the peace of the I don't know mind that Byron Katie talks about. The I don't know mind that is open to whatever it comes. Because if something comes to you, you can receive it fighting, afraid, angry, complaining, resisting. Or you can say, whoa, there he comes, you know? And you can allow yourself, yeah, be angry for some time. Yeah, complain for some time. Let it all out. Set up in your watch. Okay, you can do this game to support acceptance. You go with a friend in a Zoom camera or at home, and you go, okay, I need to complain it all, but I don't want to complain like one drop of complaining every day. So I complain for like 37 years of my life about this one thing that bothered me. So just allow me to unleash the complaining all at the same time, so I'll feel free of that. Okay, so my friend, go there. 7 minutes, count, go. 7 minutes, complain about everything. I hate this thing, I hate this change, I feel insecure, I don't want this to be, I want it to be my way. And I complain, the economy, it sucks, and I want to be certain, and people are taking my certainty away, and I want to have control, and I'm exhausted. Try to keep it for 7 minutes. No, it's impossible to, I mean, I don't know if it's impossible. I could never keep it for 7 minutes. But you feel that you emptied out. You emptied out. Oh, maybe you're doing that and you start crying and you release and you let go. All our mind and our body, they all want to let go. They just want to, like, I want this thing that is so rigid inside of me to come out of myself. I want to flow. I want to be flowing with the river of life. That's how we came here for. We didn't came out, in the day that we were born, either from a cesarean or a normal labor. We didn't came holding everybody and trying to control the situation. We surrendered to that whole thing. We surrendered. We went through this tunnel. We came out of a belly. People washed us. We let them do whatever. We cried, and we found the breast, and then, we all had our story. And at no moment this baby was asking, like, what time is the next meal? What time is that breast coming again? It's like, is that breast going to be full? Is it going to be full tomorrow? Will she have milk for me tomorrow? Oh my God, will she have milk? We were born that way. We were born trusting and asking what we needed from our heart, Yesterday, I was taking this amazing class from well-being. And she showed, the psychologist guiding the class, she showed the research of people who were at work and they had a salary, and if they were satisfied with their salary. So they asked for people who were making $30,000. I don't remember for a month or a year. Okay, so people who are making $30,000, they ask, are you satisfied with your salary, or would like to, and the person would answer, yes, I'm satisfied, I'm not satisfied, I think should be more, and how much. So from this group of study, the majority of people said, no, I'm not satisfied with $30,000 a year, I think $50,000 will be a right amount. Okay, so then they found another group of people that they were making $100,000 a year. And they asked this group of people, are you satisfied with how much money you were doing every year? And they said, I bet they were satisfied, because, the people who are making $30,000, they were not satisfied. They wanted $50,000. So if these people make $100,000, they will be satisfied. So they were very surprised when the results came out. The people who were making $100,000 said, no, we are not happy. We wanted to be making $250,000 a year will be a fair amount. And they kept on going, and it didn't matter how much money people were doing, they always wanted some more. And for this beautiful class of well-being from Yale University. It's a beautiful class, and this is also connected to the attachment to, will I have? Will it be possible? Well, life will show you. It will come the day and it will show you, and you will be there, and you will be on the first. What's the beautiful thing about being in your life? You're always on the VIP seat. You're always on the VIP seat of your life. So when it comes, you'll be the first one to know. It's going to be right there in front of you. But when it comes to you, you need to have the tools to deal with it. Because if it comes the $200,000 or the man or woman of your life or the job that fulfills your heart, you gotta have stillness and presence to feel overflowed by joy and gratitude. Overflowed. I don't know how to, just like wow, of joy and gratitude. Because if the most amazing thing happens, a lot of times we go like, oh, this happened, okay, I got this, so next, what I'm gonna be worried next, what am I gonna be worrying next, what I'm gonna worry about next, what I'm gonna crave next, what I'm gonna desire next, what I'm gonna be uncertain and doubtful next, what I'm gonna be grasping and attaching next. But when we are investing in self-awareness and we are in connection and we are working inside through the roots, who are we? And these are the questions that maybe will be worth for us to spend time thinking of it. Maybe not what's going to happen tomorrow, how it's going to be, is the money going to be there? Maybe not, those questions are not too worth to waste on negative cyclic thinking, but maybe you want to sit and spend the same amount of energy and time thinking on questions that will redirect your mind and your heart. And maybe those questions will be, who am I? Who am I? Why am I here? What am I here for? What am I here for? One last day. What am I here for? Right? Maybe you want to say, what is the legacy that I'm going to leave in this planet when I go? What will be my legacy? What will be my legacy for my family tonight when I lay down my head in that pillow? What was the legacy I left for them today? That's a real question for us to think about. And as I heard from my friend Christelle the other day, what makes my heart sing? What makes my heart sing? And that is the kind of question that will be worthy for us to keep it going around and around. Who am I grateful for? Who am I grateful for? Who in my entire life, who are those people who were so kind to me? Who was kind to me in my life? What are the people I love that I never told them that I love them? Who are those people that I love so much and I never told them that I love them? What kind of charity can I do? What other people I can support? What kind of talent that I have? What are my talents? Those are the questions that maybe our soul wants to research about. They are worth our investment of mind and heart in questioning and inquiring and sit in stillness with one of those questions. Maybe you want to sit in stillness with your notebook and a pen, just like when you are on silent retreats, that you choose this topic and you meditate about it and the answers will come and you write it down and you write it down. You know, I think will be so much better use of our energy and time and brain and heart. So I leave you guys here with these questions and these suggestions and this invitation for a practice, for sit in stillness and open your heart for the peace of the I don't know. And invest your energy, your mind and your heart into the things that you know and to the questions that are really worth for us to think about. Who am I? What am I doing here? What am I going to leave as a legacy? How can I say the people I love them? Who can I support and serve? What can I create today to nurture my soul? How can I give more? How can I heal my wounds? And you know, the peace that comes from that. So thank you so much for your energy and your presence here. Thank you so much for your listening. And for those who speak Spanish, my Instagram is Encuentros de Autoconocimiento. Encuentros de Autoconocimiento. And I see you guys next Wednesday. And if you guys at the same time here at Ser Casa Sandra. And if you guys want us to talk about a specific theme that maybe is bothering you, or you want more clarity on it, or you want us to share about it, please write for us here and we will receive your requests and we'll bring to you next week. Thank you so much. See you next week, guys.